My name is Abigail, and I am here with Michelle Johnson.
Hi, Abby. It's so cool to meet you.
How long have you been into the entertainment business, and how did you get started?
As far as entertainment, I've been doing this, let's see, I started when I was a little kid, so I was around 10. So a long time. You'll learn as an entertainer, you don't want to tell your age. So I'm just going to say a long time. So since about fifth grade. And the other question was, how did I get into it, right?
Yes.
Well, my family's really musical, and my mom entered me in a talent contest when I was 10, and I sang a solo, and I got a really good response. So I got addicted to the applause and the fun and started doing shows when I was in middle school and high school, and then I just never stopped singing.
I bet that was a really fun experience for you.
It was fun, and it continues to be fun. And I think that when you do stuff like this as a kid, you never really stop being a kid. You're always a kid when you're on stage, and it's a great way to make a living.
What are the highlights of your career?
Ooh, my highlights. What are the highlights of my career? Okay, so do you know who Paul McCartney is? He was one of the Beatles, okay? So I got to meet him, and I got to sing with him on stage in front of thousands of people at this place called the Hollywood Bowl. And not only did I get to sing with him, but I also got to talk to him the same way you're talking to me for about 25 minutes or so. And that was really exciting because he's a very famous and very talented person, and he was kind of my hero. So I got to talk to my hero. And I think the other highlight for me is that after many years of singing backups for other people, I got to start to do my own shows at this place called the Smith Center in Las Vegas. And now I'm a regular there. So that's a continued highlight that keeps coming back because I keep getting to do shows there. And that's really important to me to be able to do my own thing after years of singing behind other artists.
What would you say is the key way to succeed as a performer?
There's so many things to do. I would say the most important thing about success as a performer would be make sure you know why you are performing. Because some of us do it so that we can become famous. Some of us do it because we want to make a lot of money. Some of us do it because we just love to make music. And I think that if you don't know exactly why you're doing it, you're gonna get stuck. It's kind of like you're in a car and you know you're driving, but you don't know why you're going, where you're going, or how to get there. If you don't really have a reason for doing it, I don't think you're gonna have a good time. I think you're gonna get lost along the way. So the number one way to succeed as an entertainer is to know why you're doing it, and then to keep that in mind every day that you practice and work towards your goal.
What do you love most about performing?
That's a really easy one. What I love most about performing is the way what I do can affect other people. I love the fact that I can sing a song to 100 different people at the same time, and each person is affected differently by what I'm doing on stage. That moment where my singing makes you cry, laugh, think, forget, face your fears, run away from your fears, whatever you decide to do with what you're seeing from me on stage. I love the fact that it's different for each person, but that in general, I think what I do on stage helps and heals people and makes them feel better. So it's kind of like medicine.
I like how you like making people happy with your music or making them feel something inside of them.
Yeah. Yes. That's the idea.
If you knew then what you know now as an entertainer, what would you have done differently?
I would have asked for help when I was afraid to ask for help. And I would have done the things that I was afraid to do, whether it was an audition or maybe asking someone for a job or maybe pursuing a show that I really wanted to be in, or even playing an instrument that maybe I was afraid I would be no good at. I would throw away all that fear and do it anyway, because after all these years, I have found out that the answer is actually yes more than it is no to those who are brave enough to actually ask.
I see that is like a really good message to say, like, to us younger people, like, who want to try to pursue like an acting career, singing, dancing, or stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The final question is, in terms of judging criteria, what will you be looking for in contestants during the final show on Monday, August 3rd?
I'm looking for fire. I'm looking for someone that's not just technically good, which is important. It's important to hit all your marks if you're dancing, hit all your notes if you're singing. But I'm looking for someone who has a lot of fire and someone who is unique. If you watch any dance performance or a show where there are a lot of people on stage, there's always that one person who grabs your eye. It happens all the time. I'm looking for that person because I think that the person who has a lot of fire is going to go super far, and they are going to use their fire to create change and hope and encourage others to pursue the same craft. That's what I see over and over. If you have that kind of passion as a performer, you'll end up being inspirational, and those are my favorite performers.
I feel like that is like something that everyone should work for, to get that fire to be successful in life, like not just for performing, but like school and everything.
Exactly. I mean, you know, we can all be average. Average is easy. A C is easy for some people to get a C, or to just kind of, you know, do okay. And I think that most people on this planet are comfortable with just being okay. But there's something about people like you who have decided to go on stage that is different. First of all, it's courageous. It's really courageous. I don't know if you remember your first time on stage, but it's scary, you know, that first time. And I think that the fire we're talking about and the courage is something that could apply to school or relationships or anything. It's not just on stage. You're absolutely right. And I think that we have an opportunity to teach people that what we're doing on stage can be applied to their everyday life. That's why we're heroes. Everybody on that stage is a hero, in my opinion, including you.
Thank you very much.